Hello, today we'll be talking about Gliscor, the only ground-flying evolution, as of the filming of this, being the only evolution of Gligar, who, starting in this generation, evolves when leveled up, holding the Razor Fang at night. Gliscor's previous PYC dates are June 12th, 1997, April 2nd, 2000, January 22nd, 2003, November 12th, 2005, September 2nd, 2008, June 24th, 2011, April 14th, 2014, February 2nd, 2017, November 24th, 2019, and September 14th, 2022. As I mentioned back in the Gligar video, I always thought that Gligar and Gliscor were introduced in the same generation, Gen 4, mainly because of how prominent they are in the Gen 4 era of the anime, as one of Ash's Pokémon, which I find odd as I feel like Gliscor, design-wise, would fit better with Team Rocket. Anyway, let's get in the Bulbapedia article. Hello and welcome to the Bulbapedia section of the video. Today we'll be talking about Gliscor, the Fang Scorpion Pokemon. It was Fang Scorp prior to Gen 6. Its number is 0472. This is what it looks like. Its type is Ground Flying. Abilities Hyper Cutter or Sand Veil. Poison Heal is its ability. Gender ratio is 50-50. Catch rate is 30 or 8.8%. Breeding is a group bug. Hatch time 20 cycles. Height is 6'7" or 2 meters. Weight is 93.7 pounds or 42.5 kilograms. Base experience yield is 192 in Gen 4 and 179 in 5+. Leveling rate is medium slow. EV yield is 2 in defense. Shape is that. Footprint is that. Pokédex colors purple and base friendship is 70. Gliscor is a dual-type ground/flying Pokemon introduced in Gen 4. It evolves from Gligar when leveled up while holding a Razor Fang during the night. Biology: Gliscor is a large, mainly blue-purple, vampire bat-like Pokemon, partially clad in an insect-like carapace. Its legs have 2 toes and a slightly darker circular coloration on the underside, and its tail has 2 barbs, giving its tail the resemblance of a vampire's fangs. Its arms are red with thin striations and are completely detached from its black wings, and each is ended with large pincers. Its ears have discernible red chambered ear insides, and its eyes are yellow. It has 6 visible fangs in its mouth, and its waist, like its arms, is red and striated. Gliscor's body resembles an open mouth, with the pointed protrusions coming from its upper torso resembling fangs, further illustrating its vampiric qualities. It has a tendency to hang upside down from trees while watching its prey. Gliscor feeds on the blood of other Pokemon species, grabbing prey using its tail, then biting their necks with its long, sharp fangs. It is even said to take pride once its prey is fully drained of blood, as shown in Riding the Winds of Change. Gliscor, along with its unevolved form Gligar, can emit a sort of sound wave in order to detect obstacles and fly around them, similar to echolocation. Its legs appear to be not suitable for walking, so it can only perform short hops when on the ground. Gliscor hangs upside down while sleeping, much like other bat-like Pokemon, and it is nocturnal. It is capable of soundless flight, however. Its wings cannot be flapped to the same extent that other Pokemon's wings can. Like Jumpluff and Wingull, Gliscor uses winds and updrafts to glide from place to place. When there is no wind, Gliscor climbs to the top of tall trees using its sharp raptorial claws and then glides from place to place. This practice is similar to flying squirrels. Gliscor is highly resistant against poisonous substances. It is extremely rare, but sometimes it is found in thick pine forests, swamps, and even alpine regions. Evolution: Gliscor evolves from Gligar, so Gligar, Gliscor. Game data: Pokédex entries in Gen 4 and Diamond and Pearl. It observes prey while hanging inverted from branches. When the chance presents itself, it swoops. Platinum: if it succeeds in catching even a faint breeze properly, it can circle the globe without flapping once. Heart Gold and Soul Silver. Its flight is soundless. It uses its lengthy tail to carry off its prey, then its elongated fangs do the rest. In Gen 5, Black and White is Platinum's entry, Black 2 and White 2. It dances silently through the sky. When it approaches prey, it can land a critical hit in an instant. In Gen 6, X is Diamond and Pearl's entry, Y is Heart Gold and Soul Silver's entry. Omega Ruby is Diamond, Pearl, and X's entry. Alpha Sapphire is Heart Gold, Soul Silver, and Y's entry. In Gen 8, Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl. It observes prey while hanging inverted from branches. When the chance presents itself, Gliscor swoops. In Legends Arceus, it glides soundlessly on pitch-black wings and sinks sharp fangs into the throat of its prey. It takes on a look of satisfaction once it has entirely drained its prey of blood. In Gen 9, Scarlet is Platinum and Black and White Sentry. Violet, it flies soundlessly through the sky. It catches prey with its long tail, then lunges at the prey's vulnerable spots with its fangs. Gliscor in the Kitakami Pokédex. You can see it flying from the trees, I guess. Game locations. Side game locations. Held items in Legends Arceus. For normal, it has the Crunchy Salt 35% of the time. Razor Fang 8% of the time, and grid items by level. Alpha, XP Candy M 100% of the time. Seed of Mastery 20% of the time, and grid items by level. I still don't know how the math works. Stats, base stats, HP 75, attack 95, defense 125, special attack 45, special defense 75, speed 95 for a total of 510. Pokeathlon stats. Type effectiveness, damaged normally by normal, flying rock, ghost steel, fire, grass, psychic dragon, dark, and fairy. Weak to water for double and ice for 4. Immune to ground and electric. Resistant to fighting, poison, and bug, all for half. Notes, if this Pokemon is given a ring target, the effectiveness of electric-type moves is 2, so go from 0 to 2. If gravity is in effect, this Pokemon is given an iron ball or a ring target, or is affected by smackdown or ingrain, the effectiveness of ground-type moves is 1, so go from 0 to 1. Learn Step by leveling up, since you can hypothetically have a level 2 Gliscor. We'll start with 13 here, so 13 Quick Attack, 16 Fury Cutter, 19 Knockoff, 22 Acrobatics, 27 Night Slash, 30 U-Turn, 35 Screech, 40 X-Scissor, 45 Crab Hammer, and 50 Swords Dance. By TM we're skipping. By breeding we're skipping. By prior evolution, Gligar can give it Poison Sting and Slash. TCG only moves. Vice Grip on this card. Side game data, you got all this. Pokemon Ranger, Shadows of Olmia, and the browser entry. It launches twisters and hunks of dirt. It also rams to attack. Guardian Signs. It triggers tremors to attack. Got all this. Pokepark Wii, Pikachu's Adventure, and the Pokepark Pad entry. Gliscor rides on the breeze, flying over the Haunted Zone garden. He likes sky-based attractions, so watch him go at Pelipper's Circle Circuit. New Pokemon Snap in the Photodex entry. Gliscor was hanging upside down from the rocks by its tail, searching the area around it. When it's hunting prey, it glides through the air without making a sound. Evolution data, Gliscor evolves from Gligar when leveled up, while holding a Razor Fang during the night. In Pokemon Legends Arceus, Gliscor evolves from Gligar when exposed to a Razor Fang during the night. Gligar, level up holding Razor Fang at night. Gliscor. Sprites here, so lot darker colors. Then blue for the shiny. Yellow replaces the red parts. Platinum is more of this curved shape. And looks like the head's a lot bigger. In Gen 5, you got the fullback sprites. That's cool. In Gen 6, you get the models in these lighter colors. In Gen 7, not really much changes. In Gen 8, you get the models in this game. Homes, you get these models. In animation, Gliscor in Pokemon the series, Diamond and Pearl. Ash's Gliscor is the big one. Got Pokedex entries in Diamond and Pearl, episode 64, and Ash's Pokedex. Gliscor, the Fang Scorp Pokemon, and the evolved form of Gligar. It watches its prey as it hangs from trees by its tail and attacks from above when it sees the chance. In the manga, Gliscor and Pokemon Adventures. Got all this in the TCG. Trivia. Gliscor is lighter than its pre-evolution, weighing in at only 93.7 pounds, 42.5 kilograms, while Gligar is 142.9 pounds, 64.8 kilograms. This is despite nearly doubling in size during evolution from 3'7", 1.1 meters to 6'7", 2 meters. Gliscor, along with Electivire, Magmortar, and Tangrowth, were the only Gen 4 Pokemon that explicitly required the use of a Gen 3 game in order to be available until the release of Pokemon Platinum. In this case, Gligar were only available through dual slot mode with Pokemon Emerald. I read this final point in the Weavile video. Origin, Gliscor appears to be based on a combination of gargoyles, scorpions, and vampires, which in turn share traits with bats. It may also be based on the scorpion fly. Additionally, it shares features with the Amikiri, a yokai with lobster or scorpion claws and the ability to fly. Name origin, Gliscor, and Glion maybe a combination of Glide and Scorpion. Now the languages, related articles, external links, let's move on. Now let's watch Gliscor's first scene in the anime. Hello and welcome to the anime portion of the video. Today we are watching episode 530, Riding the Winds of Change. We're at the very beginning of the episode. There's the Gliscor. The Gligar. Okay. That is Gliscor's first scene in the anime. Let's move on. Now let's see why other people love Gliscor. Now let's look at fan art. Hello and welcome to the fan art section of the video. Nobody sent in fan art, so instead we're looking at DeviantArt fan art. For those of you who aren't familiar with the series, what we do is we go through these images until we find an image that doesn't contain a Gliscor. Since this first one is a fusion, and we don't start with fusions, we'll start with the second one. This is Gliscor by Giant Behemoth, so this AI image of Gliscor. I've got another one. I've got Gliscor Pokémon by Feroz Medina. This nice image of a Gliscor here on this really nice background. Very well done. Then we've got 472 Shiny Gliscor DW artwork edited by Zhao 10,192,009. Got this nice image here. Probably just changed the colors from the original to the shiny. Then we got Gligar and Gliscor by Feiran. So I believe I did this one in the Gligar video. We could do it again. So we got Gligar and Gliscor. These very cute image of the two of them. Very nice. This doesn't contain a Gliscor, so we'll move on. Thanks to everyone who submitted fan art. I'll be streaming tonight at 8 p.m. CDT, Central Daylight Time. We'll be trying to get Beldum and Camerupt, catch Pidgeotto, Onix, Seadra, Groudon, Rayquaza, Deoxys, Baneri, and 2 Slowpoke, evolve Kakuna into Beedrill, Pidgeotto into Pidgeot, Onix into Steelix, Seadra into Kingdra, Porygon into Porygon 2, Shelgon into Salamence, Beldum all the way to Metagross, Baneri into Lopunny, 1 Slowpoke into Slowbro, the other Slowpoke into Slowking, and Omega Ruby's Clamperl into Gorobus, and Mega Evolve Beedrill, Pidgeot Slowbro, Steelix, Sharpedo, Camerupt, Salamence, Metagross, Groudon, Rayquaza, and Lopunny. Tomorrow I'll be talking about Mamoswine. As always, this isn't my proper outfit, you'll see me tomorrow.